The world is perfect just the way it is. Everything happens for a reason. I know, everybody agrees to this. One of my students had a car accident. 19-year-old became quadriplegic. From here down, no functioning of the body. Not exactly, there is functioning. Her digestion works, but she can't control it herself. She couldn't move it according to what she would like to. Was that a teaching she needed? Sure, she made a mistake. She maybe had a drink. Maybe she drove her beautiful new red car and lost control because she was fully in love. I don't know. What I do know is I don't think anybody should struggle for the rest of their lives because of a mistake they made. I made plenty mistakes. Friends called me a saint. I'm far from it. My only part of being a saint is that my intentions were always right, were always good. I wanted to behave and act like a saint. I wanted to do the best thing. And yet, I've hurt people. I've hurt myself. I don't think I've done anything dramatic, horrible in this world. And yet, even the little things, the wrong way of saying something, the tone of voice that for me seemed normal and was more intense, all these things created moments of not niceness. Was that the way it should be? Maybe. It helped me grow? Sure. When I felt shame and guilt, which are not helpful usually, they helped me a bit because I didn't want to feel them again. But honestly, I wish I never hurt anybody. I wish nobody would hurt anybody. I wish we could all come and just love each other. Can I give you a hug? I didn't design this world. I'm just a little human, a bunch of energies floating around with some ideas. I don't know if I would have designed it that tigers or lions need to eat zebras. Why does the zebra need to be on alert to run away? Sure, it's the cycle of life. I get that. I don't know. I'm very into peace. I avoid violence as much as I can. I don't even feel comfortable doing silly things like jiu-jitsu. And I know there's great benefits to them, but I don't know. I'm just one of those that loves to feel in peace, be in peace, and not even have the chance to hurt other people. At times, I've even closed myself off being alone so that my words won't hurt anybody. But that's no way to live life. We're not here to escape. We're here to live in the swamp, in the muddy waters, because from this dirt, shit, compost, we get the best vegetables, we get the lotus flower. And yet I'm saying that I don't know if the world is perfect the way it is. I don't know if we need to have egos in humans that will cause them to behave certain ways where they kill other people, where they destroy forests to get more palm oil, where they do all these horrendous things. And yet, many other humans do amazing things. Every day I'm amazed at the beauty and the kindness of humans. Even something as simple as driving. Anytime I'm driving or I'm in a car, I am beyond amazed that so many people are following the rules and I come out alive. I know there's lots of accidents. And yet, it's pretty unbelievable, remarkable. It's like this, right? And you hit somebody else. And yet we are really, most of the time, going on the road and coming back home safely. I consider this a beautiful thing of humans. My point is, the world is wonderful. There is so much wonder, beauty. Look at the green around me. Health, connection, love, kindness, joy. But I wouldn't call it perfect. I would ideally not need to struggle so much in order to have a better understanding of the goodness in my life. I've heard, how would you know if you're good if you didn't have bad? Hopefully I could appreciate the good without the bad. But even if not, ideally we would have just the slightest taste of a headache or a stomach ache to understand that we need to take care of ourselves. I don't wish anybody to go through cancer, heart disease, or any other big, horrible illness in order to understand that life is worth living, in order to take care of themselves better. Why not design humans that understand the importance of being kind, good, and taking care of ourselves and others in sustainable ways without us needing to learn a lesson first? Do we really need to have dramatic natural events that so many people die of? Do we really need to have a Hitler, a Mao, and others throughout history, crusades? I understand they believed what they were doing was right. Inside, they couldn't see, maybe, what horror they were creating. Most of us, when we get angry, when we say something wrong, at that very moment, we don't see how bad it is. When we had too many drinks, oftentimes we only notice this later. I'm not here to blame, to point fingers, but rather to say that some really, really not good things happen in this world, and I would hope they didn't. I would hope that we didn't need a First World War to realize how bad it is, and then notice that we didn't learn, and we had a Second World War, and we had Mao, and we had Rwanda, and we had so many other things that caused so much suffering. I'm curious, do you really think the world is perfect as it is? And I'm expecting about 82% of you to say yes. Please explain why. Please comment on what I asked. Why do you think it's perfect that we need to go through so much suffering and oftentimes not really even learn the lesson from it? Why do you think we need crusades, world wars? God, I'm not going to even name all the killings that have happened in the history, including people that we call them great, Alexander the Great, Napoleon, etc. Why don't we call them murderers? Because they were great for their country? Because they were great leaders? Yes. It just shows us that nothing is black and white. Of course, there's good in anything, and we can find the goodness in any struggle that we've had. We can find a moment of learning, of teaching, of joy within the struggles. But my point is, I don't see it as perfect. I see it exactly the way it is, which is okay. I learn to live with it. I accept it. I make the best out of it. But I'm curious, why do you see it's perfect the way it is? And if you do agree with me that it's not perfect, please help me understand. I'm sure there's so many more angles to this than what I've shared. I'd love to read from you, your thoughts, your opinions. Let's have an open discussion right here on the comments below. Okay? I'll check them and I'll respond myself, I promise. Thank you.